Badass show tonight. Badass show tonight after this WrestleMania, the shitty WrestleMania weekend. And the Godfather Soldier Slim. Name my topic tonight is called Lazy, Lackluster, and Lousy in Las Vegas. Is WWE dead in the Triple H Renaissance era sooner than we think? So much I say. Before I do, I'm gonna show a little bit of music. I'm gonna open the show with its #1 hit single, "Nothing My Love Can't Fix" by from 1993, sung by Joy Lawrence, because today's a happy birthday to this famous person. Not gonna tell you who it is. So stick around, right back, and get it playing for all of you. Yep, Nothing My Love Can't Fix by Joey Lawrence, by actor and singer Joey Lawrence. All we just heard. Let's get down to business. Snack show, terrible show. I hated WrestleMania last weekend. I hated it. Then Now, Forever Together, and Dead should be, as I call it. WWE leads us in the show. Video highlights are shown from WrestleMania Sunday and WrestleMania Saturday and WrestleMania Sunday. New World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns will be on tonight's show. Pre-show rivals: Raw Women's World Champion Liv Morgan arrives with a Judgment Day. SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley is also in attendance alongside Io Sky to battle Kabuki Warriors tonight. Asuka and Kairi. Old Family addresses defeating Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 42. Old Family stretches his way to the ring to a big ovation. Family is not dressed to compete tonight. The crowd loudly sings to the ruler. Family looks around before raising the microphone to his mouth. He's being cut off by an open Family chant. Family says the ruler has arrived. Family drops the microphone and poses as music plays. The crowd chants his name. Video. Asuka says Io has once again chosen her fake family over her real one. Asuka will always be Sky's senpai. How has it been working since she devoted herself to Rhea Ripley? Ripley is a champion, and Sky has nothing. It didn't have to happen this way. If she had shown Asuka respect, she could have continued to be her senpai. She tried to corrupt Kairi Sane. Zane says she beat Sky last week. This week they'll beat them together. Asuka says no one's ready for her. Corrupts Kairi Sane? Asuka? You abuse. What about you? You're abusing. You're the one that's abusing Kairi. You say you try to corrupt. You say that Asuka is corrupting her. Isn't that hypocritical? Io Sky and SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley make their way to the ring. They battle Kabuki Warriors next. Commercial break. Tag team match. Io Sky versus SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley versus Kabuki Warriors. Referees Eddie Orango. Sky will start against Kairi Sane. They lock up to tussle around for the position. Sky pushes her against the ropes and gives a clean break. Sky shoves her back. Sky applies a waist lock. Sane twists out, but Sky fights back and applies a side headlock. Sane grabs her by the hair and slings her down. Sane tries for a Bill, but Sky lands on her feet and strikes her back. Sane reverses a whip to the corner, but Sky drops her on the apron when she charges. Sane comes off the top rope, but Sky avoids it. Zane taunts Rhea Ripley and Sky. Zane stomps Sky's foot and hits a head scissor takeover, followed by a basement dropkick. Zane poses and looks to Asuka for approval. Sky rolls Zane for a 2 count. And for a 2 count, Zane quickly punches Sky and goes for an Alabama slam. Sky fights out. Sky hits a double underhook backbreaker. SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley tags in, and she slams Sky into Zane for a 2 count. Zane quickly slaps Sky, so Ripley slams her down on her face. Ripley hits a basement dropkick, so Zane rolls away and tags Asuka in. Asuka strikes away at her, but Ripley snaps her off her knee. Asuka fights back with more strikes before hitting a sliding knee. Ripley fires back to it with a kick to the face for a 2 count. Ripley goes for a tag, but Asuka kicks Sky's hand. Ripley kicks Asuka into the referee. Zane tries to attack. Ripley thwarts it. Asuka takes Ripley down. Zane tags in and goes for the top rope for an insane elbow on standing Ripley at the ringside. Then we go to commercial break. Back from break, Kabuki Warriors double team Ripley with strikes. Zane tags in. The Kabuki Warriors go for a double team, but Ripley fights them off. And Ripley hits Zane with a running kick. Sky and Asuka tag in. Sky hits some Showtie uppercuts. Asuka shoves her, but Sky boots her back. Zane runs in, but Sky slings her into Asuka. Sky does a handspring before hitting the Kabuki Warriors with a double drop kick. Sky pops up, getting the crowd going. Sky hits Asuka and Zane with bullet train attacks. Asuka receives a bullet train before getting kicked in the head for a 2 count. Sky tags in and hits Asuka with a razor's edge. Sky follows up with a missile drop kick. 1-2, Asuka kicks out. Zane was breaking up the pin. Asuka gets out of the riptide and knocks Sky off the apron. Zane blind tags in. Asuka hits Ripley with a code breaker and Zane follows up with a blockbuster. The Warriors sandwich Ripley with kicks. 1-2, Sky breaks it up. Asuka kicks Sky in the head. Sky rolls her up and hits a double stomp to the midsection. Zane attacks Sky and sends her into the ropes. Sky diverts and hits Asuka with a suicide dive, spiking herself on her head. Yikes, Ripley headbutts Zane and tags in. Ripley hits a riptide and Sky follows up over the moonsault for the win. Winner by pinfall, Io Sky and SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley. I feel like Jay really got buried by Rhea Ripley last last night at night 2 at night 2 of WrestleMania 42 Vegas. She really got buried. Well, I feel like WWE just like they're going their separate the title. Rhea should be on SmackDown. Rhea should be on SmackDown in my opinion, because that title she has in her hands that she took from Jay yesterday at night 2 of WrestleMania 42 Vegas. That's the property of SmackDown. So that means I don't know. I mean, if they should do it, the WWE is not doing a draft. I mean, which is stupid because we can't have two champions on both shows. Makes no sense. Highlights are shown from WrestleMania 42 Vegas. Backstage segment: Raw GM Adam Pearce is giving props to WWE to Intercontinental Champion Penta. Javon Evans walks up and says he was going to be champion yesterday, but he isn't going anywhere. Penta says they stole the show last night. His title isn't going anywhere because he's Penta. Cero, Miedo, Ethan Page, Raw's newest superstar, walks off. Wow. Page says he always gets what he wants, the Intercontinental Championship. Page says won't need a second chance. And Page won't need a second chance, unlike Evans. Pearce says they can settle it in the ring tonight. Evans says no one is taking his spot. Coming up, we'll hear from CM Punk. The Spanish commentary team is also at ringside. Royce Keys is at ringside. Backstage segment. A bruised and battered CM Punk is walking backstage. He goes through the gorilla position and walks onto the stage without music. Punk says stands there and looks around. There are some boos for him. Punk kneels him down and shouts, "It's clobbering time." Punk's music plays and he makes his full entrance. Cult of personality. Yeah. CM Punk addresses his WrestleMania 42 defeat at the hands of Roman Reigns, which was stupid. CM Punk stands in the ring and says he's been dealing with a lot of loss since October. While in Japan, his friend MMA trainer Duke Rufus didn't wake up. Then in November, his Larry crossed the Rainbow Bridge. It seems like every 2 weeks the WWE family has lost important people like Kerwin Stiffles and others. Kerwin Stiffies and others. Punk said, current stiffies and others. Punk puts over everyone behind the scenes, calling them real superstars behind the man. And he prefers his friend Bo Lewis passed away. Punk also lost last night. The aforementioned loss to Sting more than losing his title. The people have helped him heal, get through the losses. Being the World Heavyweight Champion gave him an anchor, a lot of reason not to slow down, rather than reduce to a puddle of tears. Punk thanks the crowd for helping him process the grief. They helped him get through the losses. They'll help him get through his loss last night as well. Punk says he wasn't even supposed to be a World Heavyweight Champion. Punk survived Gunther and was cashed in by Seth Rollins. Punk thought it wasn't bad to be the champion for 3 minutes at 46 years old. Punk could have stopped, but he stayed ready. Punk poured his heart and soul into this to entertain the people because he stayed ready. An opportunity arose. Rollins got hurt, and Punk won a #1 contenders match. If Punk didn't stay ready, they'd be yeeting with Jey Uso. The crowd boos Uso's name. Punk stays ready because he didn't know when a championship opportunity would fall out of the sky. Punk is still the best in the world and a badass ass. Punk gave everything he had, but it wasn't his night. Punk isn't going to suck on go on a vacation. Punk will still stay ready because you'll never know when a championship opportunity will fall out of the sky. Man, I feel real sorry for CM Punk. He never has a WrestleMania moment. And we can fuck Triple H for that, can't we? Undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, heads to the ring. Rhodes shows off a horrific black eye from his battle against Randy Orton at WrestleMania Saturday. Punk walks up to him to get a closer look at a gnarly eye. Punk jokingly asks if he went over his time. Punk tells him not to leave. This is Monday Night Raw. It's Punk's time. Rhodes says he might have been correct in this assumption, but he was standing by with his peers. This wasn't what he was expecting. Punk asked if Rhodes thought he was going to crash out. Punk says he was expecting a freak out. Rhodes says he knows how Punk likes to handle things, but he's buttoned up. This was not what he was expecting. Rhodes is glad that Vegas gave him the flowers he deserves. Rhodes says he doesn't know what he's supposed to do. He's standing here looking like a loser. Punk asks if Rhodes thinks he should be feeling like a loser. Punk says it's cool, they're friends. Punk doesn't feel like a loser, and Rhodes isn't either. On Saturday, Rhodes beat the first ballot Hall of Famer. Rhodes beat a friend and a mentor. Punk fought someone he hates. That's easy to stomp on him. In a way, Punk says he's a loser. Last night wasn't his night. Rhodes needs to keep being champion. Punk just needs to be ready. Punk looks at Rhodes' title and says, "You name it, title." Who knows? Maybe we're gonna have this match probably sometime on Monday Night Raw, probably at SummerSlam 2026 night at WrestleMania 42 Vegas. Demon put Dom down. Browse and finished with the Judgment Day. Mysterio drew first blood, so he's the first to fall. Balor expected that from Mysterio, but from JD, Balor remembers when McDonald was a 12-year-old kid in Ireland. Balor helped him grow into one of the greatest performers on earth. When he needed someone who knew would have his back no matter what, it was always JD. Then McDonald made a choice, Mysterio. This will be a full circle moment for McDonald. Balor got him into the business. Tonight he'll take him out. All Ego Ethan Page makes his way to the ring. He'll battle Javon Evans next. Then we'll go to commercial break. All Ego Ethan Page versus Javon Evans. Referee is Sean Bennett. They lock up and Page quickly applies a side team. Evans whips off Page off, but Page shoulder tackles him and pats him on the head. Page hits the ropes, and Evans turns around before hitting a springboard roll up for a 2 count. Page elbows Evans in the head before hitting a backbreaker. Evans fights back with a kick to the head and chops him. Evans ducks a strike and jabs away at Page before charging. Page ducks a clothesline, rocks him with a right hand. Page sends Evans into the ropes for a back elbow to pick up a 2 count. Yeah, for a 2 count. Page applies a rear chin lock. Evans fights up and backs from the corner. Evans flips Drew back through a suplex out of ring to recover. Evans hits the rope. It's a suicide dive. Evans gets him in the ring and strikes. Evans goes to the top rope, but Page cuts him off. Page rocks Evans and goes for a moonsault, but he lands on his feet. When Page moves, Evans sends him into the ring post and super kicks him. All of a sudden goes for a suicide dive, but Page sweeps up his feet. Page hits the twisted grin for the win. Winner by pinfall, All Ego Ethan Page. A furious Rusev gets in the ring and attacks Evans. Rusev stomps Evans' spine and applies an accolade. Intercontinental champion Penta runs down for the save. Penta kicks away at Rusev. Rusev blocks a kick, but Penta fires back with a super kick. Penta goes for a top rope, but Page shoves him down. Rusev hits Penta with a monster kick. Page claps for Rusev from the apron. Rusev stomps on Penta's spine and applies an accolade. Rusev lets go, picks up the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, go ahead, Triple H. Put that Intercontinental Champion. This has been Rusev and bury Penta. This is why you need to go, man. You're a joke. Video Hulk Hogan Real Americans coming to Netflix on Wednesday. Backstage segment. Raw Women's World Champion, the Britney Spears wannabe Liv Morgan is walking with the Judgment Day. Then you go commercial break. SummerSlam tickets go on sale May the 1st. Tyrese Halliburton is back at ringside. Funny Merkel is also there. WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Paige and Brie Bella are also ringside with Nikki Bella. Has-beens, all 3 of them. Raw Women's World Champion Liv Morgan talks about WrestleMania 42. Women's World Champion Liv Morgan makes her way to the ring alongside AAA Mega Champion Dirty Dum Dum, JD McDonough, Raquel Rodriguez, and Roxanne Perez. Morgan walks around the ring, listens to the crowd's reaction, and smiles. You deserve it. Chant picks up. I mean, that's stupid. That really pisses me off. Fans chanting, "You deserve it." You know what? You fans are just biased against Hispanic wrestlers. You deserve it. Liv Morgan is ridiculous. Pisses me off. It's not fucking 2024. All of you are just biased, completely biased. Biased. Completely freaking biased. Morgan says that the smartest thing in Las Vegas has said all day. They are now in the presence of the greatest Raw Women's World Champion of all time. Before we get to celebrating, she has a few people to thank. To her Judgment Day family, they have been her rock. She would have not been where she is today without them. Secondly, this might surprise people. She like to thank her WrestleMania opponent Stephanie Vicari. Bullshit. You don't care. You don't care about her. They beat the hell out of each other, but Kara reminded her of a feeling she hasn't felt in a long time. It reminded Morgan of who she is. She is the most talented woman in WWE. This is her ring and division. This is her show, and this is her women's world championship. If they thought she was messy trouble before, then Sal Ruka interrupts Morgan. The crowd is psyched to see her. Ruka apologizes for interrupting, but she's been watching Morgan. Morgan is an inspiration to her. Yeah, seeing her in the seeing her in the title taught her what she has learned about Raw. Morgan is the top woman in this division. Bullshit. Ruka says Morgan deserves this. No, she doesn't, Ruka. Well, Morgan. Referee just called Soul Ruka running elbow drop, followed by take a hip toss and hits an X Factor. Morgan rolls out. Back from commercial, Morgan commercial break. Back from the break. Morgan starts up 3 amigos, 1 amigo, 2 amigos. Morgan gyrates, and Ruka versus the third amigo. They trade punches for Ruka strikes and kicks away at her. Ruka hits an uppercut, sends her into ropes, and hits a pair of elbows, pair of back elbows. Ruka sends Morgan into the corner with a sternum first before hitting a German suplex. Ruka goes to the second rope for a missile dropkick. Ruka hits a running knee for a 2 count. A half-hearted "This is awesome" chant picks up. Ruka goes to the top rope and dives. Morgan hits a cold breaker out of midair for a near fall. Morgan goes for Oblivion, but Ruka flips through it. Ruka super kicks Morgan in the soul and hits the NXT. I mean, the WWE really Manio, and is also there alongside Dave East and Jim Jones. Video highlights from Brock Lesnar's incredible story career. World Tag Team Champions Logan Paul and Austin Theory division heads to the ring with Paul Heyman. Commercial break. Paul Heyman is in the ring with World Tag Team Champions Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Heyman introduces himself and says last night was a moment that will live in his heart forever. Heyman then criticizes CM Punk for putting over the production crew. Tonight in the WWE intro video, they kept his beast in now portion. He belongs in the forever because he is done now and will live forever. His name is Brock Lesnar. The crowd chants, "Thank you, Brock." Yeah, you seen division. And thanks to Austin Theory, Logan Paul, Tag Team Champions. Heyman says there will now be a personal message from Logan Paul to I Show Speed. Paul says he's absolutely sick of these YouTubers and streamers thinking they can come into their business and do what they want to do. Well, WWE always has celebrities at WrestleManias. Outsiders, nothing that happened at WrestleMania matters. There's Logan Paul can't complain. I Show Speed left WrestleMania with a piece of Paul's fist in his face. They're still the tag team champions of the world, and they pose in the ring. Heyman says it's only fitting that they all take a moment to realize what a magnificent favor Gunther did for him. Heyman thanks Gunther and realizes that he owes him one. Anytime Gunther is ready, he's ready to replay. The best asset of the weekend belongs to him, to the man who cut Seth Rollins in half. Heyman welcomes Braun Breaker back to Raw. Braun Breaker heads to the ring. The crowd barks and gets in the ring and embraces the vision. Logan Paul and Austin Theory double cave. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins sneak attack Paul and Theory, sending him out of the ring. Ford then hits the ropes and sticks the landing on Paul and Theory. The Street Profits brawl with them to the back. Of what he used to be. Breaker hits the rope. Finn Balor, we loved his dad. I don't want to happen. Club WWE promo we see. U.S. Champion Trick Williams is shown at ringside. Finn Balor hits the ring with Hubal JD McDonough next. Commercial break. Finn Balor versus JD McDonough. Referee is Chad Patton. As JD McDonough finishes his entrance, Finn Balor clotheslines him over the top rope. Balor grabs him, but McDonough quickly shoves him over into the barricade. Balor fights back and sends McDonough into the crowd. They growl into the crowd and up in steps. They fight down the steps before Balor clotheslines over the barricade to ringside. Balor rolls him into the ring and the referee starts the match. Balor chops McDonough's chest. McDonough reverses a whip. Balor ducks a clothesline, but McDonough catches him with a back elbow. McDonough punches away at Balor. The crowd chants bobblehead. Balor knocks McDonough down and goes for a coup de grace. McDonough knocks Balor out of the ring. Then we go to commercial break. Back from break, Balor elbows McDonough away. McDonough clubs the back and goes for a slam, but Balor counters into a falling elbow drop. Balor's mouth is busted open. Balor punches McDonough back, peppering his taped ribs from the ladder match. Balor hits a double stump to the injured ribs. Balor follows up with a sling blade before sizing him up. McDonough avoids a shotgun dropkick and executes a jackknife for a 2 count. McDonough quickly headbutts Balor with a giant skull for a 2 count. McDonough heads to the top rope for a moonsault. Balor gets his boots up in his face. Balor hits a shotgun dropkick and heads to the top rope. Balor hits a vicious coup de grace for the win. Winning by pinfall, Finn Balor. And Triple H people should get comfortable seeing the World Heavyweight Championship around. Next week on Raw from Laredo, Texas, we'll see a return of SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are sadly standing together. Looks like they're going to be separate ways. It's not Morgan. Morgan says, "I'll see you around." Guess I'll see you around. Ripley says, "I'm looking forward to it." Maybe they'll probably have a champion for them. World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns. We're going to go to commercial break. Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. Crowds buzzing and crowds chanting OTC. Roman Reigns says, "Las Vegas acknowledged me." Reigns says was going to keep it simple, focusing on the title and the business in the future. Then he ran into his cousins and made it sense to discuss some family business first. Reigns looks at them and says, "I missed this." Reigns says he missed. Uso didn't I think Jey Uso should have got sued for assault. That was embarrassing what wrong we did on that when they were like this, and we ran this business for 4 straight years straight. Reigns says he's not asking them to serve them. But he needs everything that the tribal chief has. He needs the details, the private jets, the Rolex, the vehicles, a bigger house, and better schools for his children. He'll do anything for his family, even if he has to go through Reigns. Fatu is upgrading his upland levels for his household at Backlash. Reigns will know Fatu is all gas and no brakes. If Fatu chant picks up, Reigns says he agrees and wants those things for Fatu. Fatu can beat him. He can handle the burden of his title. It's still in the air up here. This is the top of the mountain. Complete new CCO. Triple H needs to go. Get someone else. Get last Saturday. Evolve Villains defeated. Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal. He turns. Oh wait. Let's see what else. Recaps and everything. It took place on Jeff Jarrett, Gail Kim, and Jackie Gator defeated Team 3D. Brother Devon, Brother Wayne, Brother Runt.